Good morning, everyone. My name is MightyStream. I'm going to do your October the 21st spiritual principle day in a meditation. If you need to reach me, feel free to do so at recoveryofhope21@gmail.com. All right, the title of the meditation, Optimism, and that storied glass of water. Just for today, my thoughts will be on my recovery, living and enjoying life without the use of drugs. That comes from the basic text, chapter 9, just for today, living the program. People often talk about pessimism and optimism in terms of seeing the glass as being half empty or half full. As addicts, many of us think about it more in terms like, what's in the glass though? Is it any good? When can I get more? Or do you have more than I do? Let me have some of yours. That's true, right? No matter how many glasses we have or how full they are, we addicts tend to always be concerned with where the next one is coming from and or what the people around us have in theirs. We often forget that before recovery, we either didn't have a glass at all or couldn't keep one, full or not. We hear, just for today, read so often that we may forget how revolutionary the shift in thinking it proposes is for us. Instead of focusing on what's next or what's going on around us, we are called to focus on ourselves right here and right now. The principles of optimism and hope often seem to be forward looking, directing our attention to what is yet to come. However, as anyone who has ever been assigned to a gratitude list can tell you, focusing on what is going well for us in the present moment can dramatically change our outlook on our lives. When we focus on our recovery, on living and enjoying life without the use of drugs, our fears and anxieties tend to melt away. We become less concerned with matters like when our glass is going to be refilled. If we look into the glasses of those around us, it's to see whether we can share what we have with them. Focusing on our glass, our recovery gives us optimism by reminding us that we will be okay no matter what. Being in recovery means I no longer have to wonder whether the glass is half empty or half full. Not only do I have what I need, I have enough to share. I no longer need to compare with others. Let's take a moment of silence, followed by the we version of the Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now, please. Thank you. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please and thank you. What a genius meditation, speaking about optimism and being able to look at things differently than we typically have done in the past. When we're talking about having a glass at all, compared to having a glass that is half empty or half full, that is quite an improvement. Or maybe we had many glasses and we couldn't hold on to them if we tried. Why? Because we're too busy trying to get high. What type of things would equate to having a glass that was half empty or full? Let's start with just having a place to live. Many of us had many of rental agreements or even mortgages, and we smoked them all away. Many of us had opportunities for education, and that first college refund check, we smoked it all away and never showed back up for the next class. Jobs that we've cast away, didn't show up for. Family members that loved us and would invite us to, celebrations, holidays. very important events, weddings, baptism, funerals, and we didn't show up. Why? Too high to take note that the time that we needed to be there was now, and we couldn't make it in time, so we just got high a little bit more. We all have experiences where we could say we had a glass and it had something in it, and we could care less. But for some reason, now that we're clean, our mind is always on much more can I get into my glass? Can I get some of what's in your glass? We're not really ever satisfied with the progress that we've made. And that doesn't have to be the case. Today, I would challenge anyone to do a gratitude list. I have a lot of things going on, but you know what? This meditation, for some reason, is hitting me differently. I want to take a moment and focus, because there's so much around me right now that's not right. Even the graduation, it's a beautiful thing, but the weight of just getting to it, the weight of just having the license processed, it's a lot more than people ever tell you. And it's far more expensive than people ever tell you. And it makes it almost not as easy to enjoy it. But I'm going to, because I know that at least I have a glass and at least something is in it. And today is a day that we are going to celebrate a 3-year journey, my family and I. And I'm excited about that. And I need to stay excited about that. And I have gratitude for that. Today, I want for you to talk about your gratitude with someone. Even if you don't want to write it down. Some people hate making a gratitude list. They hate writing anything. Today, challenge yourself to tell someone 3 or 4 things that you're grateful for. And prove to yourself that not only do you have a glass, but you have a glass with something in it. And it is, at the very least, half full. Let's focus on that today. Have a beautiful day on purpose. I intend to. I definitely intend to. Talk to you tomorrow.